T-Bone Walker, Jimmy Reed, my favorite Ray Charles. My favorite Ray Charles.
Billy Gibbons, the legendary guitarist from ZZ Top, has spent over 50 years creating one of rock music's most distinctive sounds. His fuzzy, overdriven guitar tone has become instantly recognizable to music fans around the world. Beyond his own musical achievements, Gibbons is known for his deep knowledge of guitars, both as a player and as a collector. He has a genuine passion for vintage instruments and custom-made guitars, and his expertise extends far beyond just playing them. When someone with his credentials shares opinions about other guitarists, the entire music world pays attention. What makes Gibbons' perspective so valuable is that he didn't just read about blues music in books or listen to recordings from a distance. He actually studied under Texas blues masters in person and experienced the Chicago blues scene firsthand. His own playing style beautifully weaves together traditional blues elements with the raw power of rock music and touches of psychedelic experimentation. When he compiled his list of 10 favorite guitarists, it wasn't a casual exercise or an attempt to generate publicity. This was a thoughtful selection from someone who truly understands what separates competent players from genuine legends. Gibbons has specific qualities he looks for in great guitarists. He consistently values tone and emotional feel over flashy technical displays and lightning-fast playing. He has tremendous respect for musicians who develop such distinctive sounds that you can identify them after hearing just a couple of notes. While he deeply appreciates players with strong roots in traditional blues, he equally values those who push boundaries and bring something new to the instrument. For Gibbons, the magic happens when heart, hands, and equipment all work together in perfect harmony. His list includes some obvious choices that any blues fan would expect, but it also features some surprising selections that reveal just how deep his knowledge runs. Starting at number 10, Gibbons chose Jimmy Reed, a blues artist whose approach was deceptively simple but incredibly influential. Reed specialized in hypnotic, minimalist blues that had a profound impact on rock guitarists, often more so than technically complex players. His songs typically revolved around simple one-chord grooves, and his delivery had a relaxed, almost lazy quality that became his trademark. Despite sounding effortless, Reed's guitar work contained absolutely perfect timing and feel. Gibbons loved how Reed could make minimalism swing so hard and remain interesting throughout entire songs. Reed's biggest hits, including songs like Big Boss Man and Bright Lights Big City, showcased his deceptively simple genius. His electric guitar tone was raw and straightforward, without relying on unnecessary effects or embellishments. What Gibbons appreciated most about Reed was his ability to create grooves that could sustain themselves throughout entire songs. Reed proved that less really is more when you have impeccable rhythm and feel. His complete dedication to groove over flashiness set him apart. Reed's guitar playing always served the song rather than showcasing technical abilities for their own sake. According to Gibbons, Reed taught rock guitarists an important lesson that groove always beats speed. Reed's influence extends far beyond blues into rock and even punk music. His approach demonstrated to Gibbons that simplicity combined with perfect feel creates music that stands the test of time. At number 9 sits Lightnin' Hopkins, who embodied the essence of Texas blues guitar with raw, unpolished brilliance. His improvised lyrics and spontaneous guitar work meant that every performance was unique. Hopkins played both acoustic and electric guitars with equal skill, and his distinctive voice complemented his playing perfectly. Growing up in Texas, Gibbons heard Hopkins regularly and absorbed his approach completely. Hopkins was incredibly prolific, recording hundreds of albums that showcased his versatility and improvisational genius. His guitar tone was sharp and cutting, which perfectly matched his gravelly voice. Gibbons loved the fact that Hopkins never played songs exactly the same way twice. He represented pure, unfiltered blues without any commercial compromise or studio polish. What really separated Hopkins from other blues players was his complete authenticity and spontaneity. His guitar playing flowed directly from his feelings in each moment. Gibbons considered Hopkins the realest blues guitarist that Texas ever produced. Hopkins influenced countless rock and blues guitarists who were seeking authentic expression and genuine feeling in their music. His approach proved that improvisation and honesty create powerful, memorable music every time. Freddie King earned the 8th spot on Gibbons' list for his electric blues playing characterized by aggressive attack and incredible driving energy. His instrumental hits, particularly Hideaway, became standards that virtually every guitarist eventually learns. King used a unique combination of thumb and finger picking that created a powerful, distinctive rhythmic drive. Gibbons studied King's technique carefully and directly borrowed elements of his aggressive picking approach for his own playing. King's Gibson guitars produced sharp, biting tones that could cut through any mix. His string bending technique was forceful, and his vibrato was wide and expressive. Gibbons appreciated how King perfectly bridged blues tradition with rock intensity. King never held back emotion or played cautiously during any performance. What made him irreplaceable was his combination of blues feeling with rock power. His playing inspired both British blues rock guitarists and American Southern rock players equally. According to Gibbons, King demonstrated that blues guitar could rock just as hard as any other style. King's influence on ZZ Top's sound was direct and undeniable. His approach taught Gibbons that aggressive attack and distinctive tone create immediate impact on listeners. Hubert Sumlin occupies the 7th position for his revolutionary guitar work, backing Howling Wolf throughout decades of recording. His angular, unexpected playing provided perfect contrast to Wolf's powerful voice and commanding presence. Sumlin had a remarkable ability to play rhythm and lead parts simultaneously, creating complete arrangements that brilliantly supported the vocals. Gibbons carefully studied Sumlin's approach to serving singers while maintaining a distinctive voice of his own. Sumlin's guitar work on Wolf's classic recordings showcased his unique phrasing and timing. His tone managed to be both warm and cutting, always sitting perfectly in the mix.
Gibbons loved how Sumlin created memorable guitar parts that became essential elements of the songs themselves. Sumlin never overplayed or competed with Wolf's commanding vocal presence. What separated him from other blues guitarists was his completely original approach. His guitar playing sounded like nobody else's, creating instant recognition and identity. Gibbons praised Sumlin as the guitarist who elevated supporting vocals to an art form. Sumlin influenced rock guitarists who wanted to create distinctive rhythmic approaches and sounds. His work proved that rhythm guitar playing can be just as creative and important as lead guitar. Elmore James takes the 6th spot for creating the most famous electric slide guitar sound in blues history. His opening riff to Dust My Broom became one of the most recognizable moments in all of music. James played with raw power and emotional intensity that predicted the coming of rock guitar. Gibbons completely loved James's aggressive slide technique and his overdriven amplifier tones. James ran K guitars through cranked amplifiers, producing distorted, cutting sounds years before anyone else. His slide work was forceful, and his rhythm playing drove songs relentlessly forward. Gibbons appreciated how James electrified Delta blues with modern urgency and power. James never played politely or held back his passionate emotional expression. What made him legendary was his complete commitment to maximum emotional expression. His guitar didn't whisper or suggest anything. It screamed and shouted with passion. Gibbons called James the slide guitarist who made electricity dangerous. Although James died young, he influenced every rock guitarist seeking power and distortion. His approach showed Gibbons that intensity and distinctive tone create unforgettable, timeless impact. B.B. King earned the 5th position for becoming the acknowledged king of blues guitar through his brilliant playing. His famous Lucille guitar sang with vocal-like expressiveness and perfectly controlled vibrato. King focused on single-note lines that told complete emotional stories to his audiences. Gibbons admired King's ability to make 3 bent notes more powerful than lengthy solos. King's playing on classic recordings demonstrated incredible emotional depth combined with technical precision. His string-bending technique became the standard that every blues guitarist studies and practices. Gibbons appreciated how King achieved mainstream success while maintaining complete authenticity. King never compromised his blues roots despite crossing over to rock audiences. What separated King from countless other blues guitarists was his vocal approach to the guitar. Every note sang with human feeling and clear, deliberate intention behind it. According to Gibbons, King made blues guitar speak in complete sentences. King influenced rock, soul, and rhythm and blues guitarists equally everywhere. His approach proved that emotional expression beats technical display every single time. Muddy Waters claims the 4th spot for electrifying Delta blues and creating Chicago blues with commanding power. His electric slide work established the template for amplified blues guitar forever. Waters played with absolute authority and incredible stage presence, always commanding attention. Gibbons witnessed Waters perform live and absorbed his power and confidence completely. Waters' tone was thick, distorted, and absolutely demanded attention from audiences. His rhythm playing drove entire bands forward with unstoppable momentum and energy. Gibbons loved how Waters combined traditional Delta feeling with modern electricity. Waters never apologized for volume, aggression, or raw emotional expression. What made Waters essential was his complete confidence and leadership presence. His guitar playing announced dominance and authority immediately to everyone listening. Gibbons praised Waters as the man who electrified the blues. Waters influenced rock guitarists just as profoundly as he influenced blues players across multiple generations. His approach proved that power and feeling together create unforgettable, timeless music. Albert King takes the 3rd position for his unique approach of playing left-handed flying V guitars upside down. His string-bending technique was powerful, and his tone was massive and commanding. King's playing on classic recordings showcased his incredible emotional depth and distinctive voice. King studied King obsessively and absorbed his approach to bending and phrasing. King's Gibson Flying V through cranked amplifiers produced tones that influenced virtually everyone who heard them. His vibrato was wide, and his note choices were always perfectly melodic. Gibbons appreciated how King made every note count and never played unnecessarily. King's economy and power taught valuable lessons about effective guitar playing. What made King supreme was his combination of power, emotion, and restraint. His playing was forceful yet melodic, aggressive yet beautiful, all at the same time. Gibbons called King the guitarist with the biggest, baddest tone ever. King influenced rock, blues, and soul guitarists seeking powerful emotional expression. His approach showed Gibbons that tone and touch are what create a signature sound. Jimmy Page occupies the 2nd position for creating Led Zeppelin's sound and producing some of rock's greatest albums. His work combined blues roots with hard rock power and mystical experimentation. Page's tones ranged from delicate acoustic passages to crushing electric distortion, all executed perfectly. Gibbons admired Page's complete vision as a guitarist, producer, and sonic architect. What made Page legendary was his combination of blues feeling with production innovation. His riffs were powerful, and his solos were always adventurous and unpredictable. According to Gibbons, Page elevated blues rock into a high art form.
Page's influence on hard rock and heavy metal guitarists remains profound. His approach showed Gibbons that production and performance are equally important aspects of great guitar work. At the very top of Billy Gibbons' list stands Jimi Hendrix, and the reasons are truly revolutionary. Hendrix exploded every existing rule about electric guitar in just 3 incredible years of recording. His innovation, creativity, and technical mastery exceeded what most guitarists achieve in entire lifetimes. Gibbons places Hendrix first because he completely reimagined what the electric guitar could be and what it could do. Hendrix's performances showed that guitar could be theater, visual art, and a transcendent musical experience. His songs pushed the electric guitar into territories that nobody had even imagined existed before his arrival.
Hendrix used feedback, distortion, and effects not just as gimmicks, but as genuine compositional tools for musical expression. Gibbons appreciated how Hendrix seamlessly combined blues roots with psychedelic experimentation. What made Hendrix absolutely supreme was his complete originality and fearless experimentation. He created new sounds, developed new techniques, and opened up new possibilities for what could be done with a guitar. According to Gibbons, Hendrix showed the world that the electric guitar had no limits whatsoever. Hendrix influenced every single genre of guitar playing that came after him, and his impact has been both profound and permanent. His approach taught Gibbons that innovation, feeling, and experimentation are what create truly immortal music. Billy Gibbons' carefully considered list ultimately proves that tone, feel, and strong blues roots matter more than anything else when it comes to great guitar playing. These 10 guitarists created signature sounds that remain instantly recognizable and deeply influential even today. Each one brought something unique and special to the instrument, whether through their technical approach, their emotional expression, their innovative spirit, or their dedication to the blues tradition. From Jimmy Reed's minimalist grooves to Jimi Hendrix's boundless experimentation, these players demonstrated different paths to greatness while sharing common values of authenticity, emotional honesty, and distinctive voice. Gibbons' selections reflect his own musical values and the qualities that have made him one of rock's most respected guitarists himself.